Well, I guess this is where my save file is. What was I doing here? I have no idea. So, hey guys, I bet you thought I'd given up on this LP, huh? Well, I guess I basically had at a certain point. I don't know if it was the idea of 100%ing everything that turned me off of it, but, oh boy, I'm gonna get reacquaint myself to the controls here. Yeah, but I'm gonna go and finish this LP, but I think I'm just gonna forego the whole 100% thing at this point. I'm so close to it, though, I don't even know what there is left to do, really. There's probably a couple of pickups left in the Pure Land that I never got. Did I ever go to the Pure Land at all, actually? Well, yeah, I did, because I got some stuff there. And I did fight one boss while I was there. But, so for the most part, there's really no reason for me to hang out here or just fight monsters or whatever, but unfortunately, we're so powerful now because of all the time we spent grinding for the items we did get that we kind of don't even have to worry about getting killed here. I mean, to some extent, you'll always have to worry about getting killed, but, you know, beside the point. Oh, yeah, I guess I had the other music on, too, didn't I? Because I put the other music on when I was grinding, but I probably should put it back to... Okay, well, back to the slightly more depressing version of the song. I feel like this version is a little more depressing, and the other one is more enchanting. If I had to put, like, a single word to differentiate the two from each other. So here we are, already back at the site of the first boss of the Pure Land, which we actually ended up having to beat because we just kind of walked in on it by accident. But what we didn't do... Oh yeah, we did go past that point because I remember grinding for the thing with the ghosts. But I was doing that on stream, so... Oh yeah, and then you come up here and it tells you, well, nope, you can't advance until you defeat the dragon in the forest to the west. But it does let you save here. So I guess before we get started here, I probably should actually put the right spell on my hotkey here. I'm not even sure how much I've grinded up my spells, actually, to tell you the truth. Wow, this is kind of pretty out here. I don't remember it being this pretty out here. Well, gee. I wonder what spell we need. We're gonna stick some fireball. Oh, I already had it on L1. So what was I doing? Jeez. Well, whatever. Here we go. Body blow! Honeycomb! Yeah, 525, not bad. Oh, we are so grossly overpowered for this, though. Especially considering how much easier they made the bosses in this game. I mean, at this point, I'm perfectly content to just spam magic, because... I mean, especially with these guys, because they're really hard to hit physically anyway. I mean, they're dragons, of course they would be. And they're all flying way up above ground level, so... I think if you were to hit them, you'd probably go after the tail. It's not like Twilight Princess where you could just take a whip and grab the tail and bring it down to the ground and then just start bashing on his head or something. Well, he's surprisingly holding up here. There he is. He's a goner. I mean, you gotta be honest, you know, that looks pretty good compared to the way they looked in the first game. Or in the original, I should say, not the first game. I can only dream that maybe someday we'll get Second Densetsu 3. In some form, you know, here in the States. I mean, Mother 3, that's one thing. Second Densetsu 3, I think, actually has a chance, whereas Mother 3 is just one of those things. It's always going to be a passing dream. Mother 3, Second Densetsu 3, and Waluigi and Smash, the holy trilogy of things that will never happen. The Pure Land is actually a pretty boring area. Once you've seen the first section of it, you've pretty much seen all of it. Aside from maybe a few random land mask details or something. I don't actually remember the way through this, to be honest, so I'm kind of just wandering a little bit here. You know, like, for all I know, I might have hit a dead end here. I think I did, actually. Good news is we have unlimited dashing. Now, when I was at SGDQ last week, I actually played a lot of the original version of this. So I went back and, you know, and while I was playing the original, I kept screwing up on the rings, moving the wrong way. So apparently playing this actually got me used to the wrong way, which is pretty strange. But one thing I definitely don't miss was not being able to run away from my characters when I needed to. So we're going to set freeze here. I believe that's your weakness. In the meantime, we'll get some physical attacks in as well. This is another boss that like physical attacks don't really work that well on, but they seem to be doing okay here. You can run, but you can't hide. Yeah, the boss have no invincibility frames. That's what it is. It's not that they have less HP. Although sometimes it still seems like they do, though. It didn't seem like we did that much for that guy. 2,000 at most. Maybe 2,500. But hey, that's one more. Just kind of smashing our way through the Pure Land here. I mean, on a normal playthrough, you probably wouldn't even have 600 HP at this point, so it's only because of me grinding for all those rare items that I'm as high of a level as I am. But you can't take it back now, so oh well. Just gotta keep moving forward. That's all we can do. Yeah, I don't even know how long it's been since the last episode of this. It's probably been like 2 months by now. Which, sorry about that. I know there was some people were watching this and enjoying it, and it's not really fair for me to keep pulling out on all of this. Oh, hey, we don't even have to change our spell here. We can just go right into it. Well, apparently we can hit this guy physically. So I just got a few hits in there. Even got a crit while we're at it. I wonder if I grinded up my moon energy. Here, hang on, let me see something here. Moon energy. Yeah. It's hard to tell. Well, we can just cast the spell and find out here. Yeah, it's at level 7. Hell yeah. So I guess the big question then is, are we going to raise it to level 8? Because when we get to the end of this, we do unlock level 8 magic. I suppose it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I mean, I probably shouldn't rush this, you know. Yeah, see, you go for the tail. Now, if I did charged attacks on the tail, that would be even better. Oh, I can't reach him when he's up there. Wait, can I? Somebody's hitting him. Where'd you go? Working on leg day over there? Yeah, there it is. Holy crap, they really did. Oh, I forgot. I forgot how much easier these were. I mean, I didn't even get to this point. I got pretty far at SGDQ. Like, I was only there for a week, but, you know, and I only played on it so much because of whether or not TVs or monitors were available to play on. And whether or not I felt like playing this as opposed to playing Celeste or something else. So the fortress was, like, in the air and the sky was red and everything. That's how far I got. I didn't go any further than that, though, because I started grinding my magic, and, you know, once you do that, it's really boring. But oh well. Sure, why not? Hey, fishies. I still got leftover moon energy going here. Wow, I do kind of like the architecture here. Did you just knock me unconscious? You have no right, good sir. Oh, man. Get so many crits off of that. Oh, man. Good lord. It's almost unfair, really, isn't it? Mushy boom. I'm just gonna run. Well, what's over here, though? Probably nothing. This probably actually goes back to where we just were. I don't really know. I don't know. This might be the way forward. I can't see a dead end being this fancy. Well, there might have just been 2 ways to go there. I don't know. Anyway, well, here goes the Earth Gnome. I don't remember what they did with the first 2 gnomes, but I definitely can like it. That guy just looks cool. Alright, so I'm gonna set... You know what? I'm actually gonna set Earth Slide. Because it is a more powerful spell, and MP is basically no object at this point. So might as well use the more expensive spell. Get the greater damage output. Oh, look at this go. It's ridiculous. Alright, one more. One more before he... Oh, he did that blitz attack, yeah. That is a pretty powerful attack, so... It wasn't enough to kill me. Normally it probably would be, but... It would get you pretty close. You know what? Got a 0 there, huh? Here, well, while he's flying around... Yeah. Go ahead and give some to Sprite too, why not? Hell, I don't even remember what I named my characters in this file. Jeez. That's how long it's been. Oh yeah, Thunder Gigas, that's his name. Jeez. How do you forget something like that? Uh-oh. Oh yeah, he puts Thunder Saber on you. That is so weird. That is one of those spells like that I never use in the game, so I have no idea whatsoever, like, if it works, or if it changes the damage that you do to anything. It's one of those things that was always... I always felt like it would be worth exploring one day, and I just never did, so I don't know. If it did work, I can't imagine the difference would be that big, like 10% or something. But who knows, even 10% could be the difference. There's your Swords Orb right there. Have to go see Watson a little bit here. Because along with all that grinding comes money as well. You get money, not just experience. Well, this looks different. Wait a minute. I don't remember this going uphill like this. It sort of looks like the lofty mountains here. But in the woods. Oh, that's even more heavenly. I'm getting massive I Would Sleep Here vibes from this screen right now. Oh, just right up here, or maybe down... Oh, I made it to the 3rd dragon already. That's basically the Pure Land in a nutshell, though. It's a boss rush more than anything else. In every sense of the word, that's what it is. In every sense of the word. That sentence did not come out very clearly. Let's just go. Here, you want to slap me with some moon energy here? Yo, hit me with that 9/16, will you? Alright. Can you name that movie? That's The Abyss. Also, we seem to be on top of some sort of castle. That's totally cool. Well, you're frozen. Swoosh! So I guess apparently he has a Blitz Breath attack too. Man, that one died even faster than the other ones. Oh, there goes Discord. What's up? Oh, I should probably mute that channel. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's movies and TV in the PBG Discord. Huh. Interesting. Oh, Boomerang Zorb. Who in the world cares? But I do like the look of this, though. I mean, you're up off the ground. You're on top of a castle. Well, you'll never get to know what the inside of that castle looks like. It's one of those things you just have to wonder. And just accept the fact that you'll never know, that nobody ever created anything for it to be. So it just lingers somewhere in the realm of non-existence in the universe. But maybe now that I've acknowledged it, I can create something for there to be there. Which I know I'm not authorized to do that because I haven't created the game or anything, but somebody's got to do it. Oh shoot, that sound is really low. You know what? Hang on. Ah.
That must be the mana tree.
Man, I'm glad I did that when I did. Sorry about that if you couldn't hear up to this point.
That mana sword and get out of here. This feels like I'm dreaming. Did we really do it? You made it. I'm glad I met you. And you too, for that matter.
What can I say? You guys would have been lost without me.
So much has happened to us in such a short time. Without you guys, I never would have made it. There's one last job to do. If the Mana Tree can restore the sword, that fortress won't stand a chance against us. Let's go!
Fools! Feast your eyes upon the power of the Mana Fortress! Fire!
That sounded like a boss exploding. Thanks for the help. Oh,
Come.
man.
Awaken.
I'm just gonna be quiet here.
Where are we? Wait! Where's the Mana Tree?
Drat! Thanatos gave us the slip again. And we were so close.
What's going to happen to the world now? Diluc is...
I have been awaiting your arrival. It is I, the Mana Tree, guardian of this world. Do not despair. Even without physical form, I am still with you. The resurrection of the Mana Fortress has used up most of the world's mana. Soon all the mana beasts in the world will be transformed into one giant creature. This great mana beast is the only one who can bring mana back to the planet. But the rapid decrease of mana has caused the beast to descend into a crazed frenzy. If the beast attacked the fortress, the world would not survive the encounter. The only way to avoid this tragedy is to first defeat the Mana Beast with the sword. Only those with the blood of the Mana tribe in their veins can wield the Mana sword. Your father, legendary Tasnican knight Saren, was to retrieve the sword, but 15 years ago, Saren sought to defeat the evil emperor, but he was badly wounded. With the last of his strength, he journeyed to Potos to retrieve the Mana sword, but he never made it.
You mean that ghost I saw by the falls? That was my father?
Yes, it is true. Your father was the legendary knight, and I was his wife. Your mother. We are of the Mana tribe. Members of our tribe are fated to become the Mana Tree to protect the world for future generations. Others, like your father, inherit the Mana sword to fight the evils that threaten peace and prosperity. You must stop the fortress. Its stores of mana are nearly gone. You could penetrate its shields. With the last of my energy, I will call upon the seeds of mana to once again resonate with your sword. I am sorry. I was never there to care for you growing up.
Mother! Wait, is that really you? But what happens without the Mana Tree? No! We finally meet and now this? Talk to me! Mother! Mother!
Oh no.
Mother... She...
Snap out of it. Your mom gave us hope. Don't let her last moments go to waste. It's tough, but we're all dealing with our own losses. Sis ain't got a mom. Neither do I.
Sorry. I'll be okay. The Mana Tribe, huh? I've got big shoes to fill. But I'll protect the world like my mother and father.
Now you're talking. That's why you're my #1 subordinate.
Yeah, I don't know why, but it almost feels like I met my own mother. She's here in my heart, just like your mother's in yours.
That's the spirit. You guys ready? 1, 2, 3. All right.
Go planet! Oh no, sorry. Well, it's a pretty nice forest background. I like how they made the little paths that you can see going through it and stuff. I'm also gonna drop me off here in this random piece of land that you can't get to from any other place. That's weird. Well, anyway, let's check this out. Okay, Dryad is level 7. Cool. I wasn't sure if I'd actually done that or not. I was worried about... Oops, I was kind of worried about that. I didn't want Dryad to be at level 0 when I got to the final boss. But yeah, I mean, we might as well just go to the final boss and finish this up. No reason not to. One less thing we have to do on our to-do list from now on. I don't really think... I mean, there's other stuff that I could probably show. But at this point, it's almost like... I don't know. Now we're gonna... Oh, yeah, we just fly up to it. Simple enough, really. And we got Captain Ducks. Oh, man. Those things are very annoying. I should probably refreshify my... Man, or my, whatever it's called. Oh, there's the double head. Holy jeez, man. I'm so powerful right now. And it is a critical hit, so that's probably why. Still, though. Jeez, man. Alright, let's give me up some more. We're just gonna tear up this place is what we're gonna do. Well, I'll tear it up anyway. I don't know about them. I mean, if I decide I want to, maybe I'll give them some of it too. Man, every time I see this room, though, can't help but remember how many hours I spent going in and out of this room trying to grind whatever it was, Vestguard, off of the crabs. Because back then I didn't know about Nico on the floating, or on the, whatever, the island. So I didn't know he was there, I didn't know he sold it. So if I had known that, it would have been a lot easier, but... would you like to stop moogling me so we can get through this? Yeah, one way in which this version is a little bit inferior to the original is in the screen transitions here. In the original, they didn't actually have any transitions. Or, I mean, they did, but there were not as many as there are in this one, which is kind of weird. I suppose I should pick that up and see what it is. Well, shoot, I never went and forged my weapons all the way up, did I? Oh, I guess I better get the whip back on you. I need that whip to get through this. Boop, boop, boop. Hell yeah. Got the switch here. It's like, you know, who needs the Mana Sword, really, when you have critical hits? Like, hypothetically, if I went and got the Mana Sword, or if I got the level 8 sword, it'd probably raise my attack by like 10%. So as long as I have a spell that doubles it, I can't really see the point. Aside from a completion perspective, maybe, but... Yeah, see, normally there wouldn't be a transition there. You just walk under the railing and you'd be on the other side. But now, oh boy, werewolves are looking... Oh, Wolf Lord? Is that what he's called? Lordy indeed. Huh, shatter the crystals here. I mean, this dungeon, there's really nothing too special about it as far as game mechanics go. It's just go from the start to the end. All there really is to it. There we go. Okay, so, whip across here, whip a cub. So once I get this out of the way, I want to try and get back to recording some more Stardew Valley, too. To try to at least get to the end of year 2 on that. Although, really, there's no, like, deadline to things like that. You know, it's like, you can just do it whenever you want to. And there's something sort of comforting about that, you know, that I can just do it whenever. That I don't have to do it at a specific point in time, or whatever. I wouldn't mind doing it, especially since this new stuff has been added in winter. I would like to see what it is, because I don't even really know. So, going through here. I mean, I could just make this all one video, the finale, and then we'd be done with it. Oh, this went the wrong way. Jeez. Oh, crap. It's a very distant memory of playing this as a kid, I guess, that's kind of trying to harp in on me and say, dude, you're going the wrong way. Well, I know you're not going to listen to me, because you never listen to me. And so I didn't. Ow! Jeez. Nope. Yeah, better get back to the sword here. Yeah, this room's always really annoying to get through. Have to do it, though. I don't bother stepping on that switch. It's going to respawn all the crystals if I do. Holy Saber. Is that what they call it in this one? The original, that was called Lightsaber. I'm pretty sure the reason they changed it doesn't have anything to do with copyright, though. Probably more just because, well, we just don't call it white anymore, we call it holy. It's kind of like how in Final Fantasy IV they called it white. And they changed that to holy eventually, too. I don't know, I think it was more had to do with, like, religion and stuff like that. Who really knows? Oh man, let's just whip this guy to death here, man. Not when he's in the air like this, though. I'll just earth slide you. Did I bring fairy walnuts? No, I should have. As long as I got this steel magic capability, I don't think it's going to be an issue. Now, come down here. Come down here and fight us on the ground, mister. Fight me on even treadmills. Treadmills, good lord. I mean, oh, there we go, now you're on the ground. You threw yourself on the ground. Oh. Oh. He's hanging in there. In more ways than one. Spell magic. Oh, well, it's a good thing I wasn't charging my weapon then, wasn't it? You know, aside from taking your weapon charge away, I don't really know if the spell magic does that much. Well, I mean, it takes away wall if you have wall established, but it probably takes away lucid barrier too, but I don't really know. These are the kind of things you think I would know. As many little details as I know about this game. Alright, would you like to die? Or would you like to just hang oh, wow. I guess they decided not to pull any punches here at the end of the game, huh? It's like, oh, now you decide to get challenging on me here. Not that that was challenging or anything. You know, 1 down, 6 to go? 5? I'm not too sure. In some ways, this dungeon is also kind of a boss rush, but, you know, there's actually stuff in between the boss. I mean, there was stuff in between the bosses in the Pure Land too, sure. But it wasn't nearly... Oh. I didn't need to do that. Walk backwards there. Yeah, one of the worst orbs to grind for in here was from that eye right there. So that was like the only place you could really do it, and it was kind of annoying and stuff. Oh well. So I think I actually want to go left there, but I think you can actually go either way and still end up there. These little loading screens though are really kind of irritating. Those definitely weren't there in the original. not sure why they had to add him, but Adam Willard, drummer of some band. And this is where I screwed up here. I have to heal up here in a second. There's the book. Yeah, we should probably. No, let's kill these guys first. Actually, I just moved energied up. It took them a while to cast all the spells. I didn't want to show all that. It's not really that big a deal, I guess, but oh well. Shapeshifter took a critical hit. That boss at is coming. I don't feel like this is the right way yet again. I want to go right here. Maybe this is the right that we were supposed to take that I was thinking I was supposed to take earlier. Can't believe I get so lost in here. If you didn't know any better, you'd think I had never played this game before in my life. Down through here, up this way. Now in this room there's a basilisk, so if you miss the drop from the basilisk, there's like one basilisk in this dungeon, and the only way the best way to respawn him is to go in and out of this door here. And he'll show up, actually, like in the top right of this room. He's there now. But I think what you need to do is actually run down here and stand right here or something. Yeah, and then he shows up right there. So if you're looking for his drop, well, you can get it there if you want. Otherwise, that's the only way to do it. Alright, let's see. We're going to want Dark Force on for this one. Hello. This one's a little bit different than the other guy. Instead of shrinking as he gets weaker, this one gets larger as he gets weaker. Let me tell you something. Ugh. It's very irritating. I'm surprised you can even move around at all here. Pretty sure you couldn't move this much in the original when this guy was on top of you. Especially when he's taking up whole screen like this. I mean, holy jeez, man. Holy crap. There's just no words for it, man. There's really no words. I guess I did a 0 there. Man, I'm doing nothing to zeros now. I just got a lucid barrier up or something, or my critical hits must have run out. Could do that too. Yeah, well, goodbye to that boss. Thankfully it was a little bit easier than the Buffy the Vampire Slayer a few rooms back. It's too bad that room wasn't part of the dungeon, or else that would have been cool, but no. As we get closer to the end, I think I'll start to remember this better, but in the meantime, Ninja vanish. I'm just gonna run, man, I don't even care. So that's the thing, you can't really run, you can't get that far ahead, because you keep getting caught in the loading screen, and then they catch up to you. Which, of course, is not that bad of a thing, really. Yeah, here we go. Oh, excuse me. Coming through. Making a beeline for the final boss here. Gonna try to be messing with your ass. Alright. Going through here, across the bridge. We can get around these dudes. Right now, offhand, I'm trying to remember like what the other bosses are we have to fight between here and there. These gold knight looking guys, they're called Terminators. And I want to say they drop a whip sword, but I'm not sure. I don't, like, of all the ones to remember, it's weird that that would be the one I'd remember. But then, of course, any enemy that's called Terminator is probably pretty memorable. Oh, those guys can wreck your crap, man. Those gold ninjas. I don't know what it is that they do, what spell they cast or whatever, but they do something. Here's the Terminator right here. He puts up a lucid barrier, so the only way to really hit him is with magic. If you do hit him with magic, just hit him with Dark Force, and he pretty much goes right down. In fact, I'll demonstrate. We can stop and take our time to smell one or two of the hundreds of roses in here. Whoop. Just like that. Excuse me there, Wolf Lords. Not really feeling you right now. Not really feeling like stroking your fur right now. Oh, wow, that's so cheesy. Oh, there's like 3 of these guys here. I mean, we can hang around and try to fight these, but I don't know if it's worth it. It's just interesting to me, though. It's like you see this enemy only just for the briefest of moments, for the last few minutes of the game, and they're so powerful. But of course, then again, I mean, it's really the first time that that's happened. You look at Zelda 2, some of the enemies you see in the Great Palace at the very end are enemies that you see nowhere else in the game. And ever since I was a kid, I always thought, like, wow, it must really suck to be the designer of those enemies because you spend all this time on them, and then people only see them for like 1/10 of the game. If that. A fairy crown. It's actually kind of a rare drop, isn't it? It is. +8, +7, I mean, that's not bad. You know what? I really hope I didn't just remove that from him just now, because it kind of felt like I might have, but either way, let's do it. Oh, alright. And this, I believe, is where we fought the 3rd version of Geshtar. It looks exactly the same, but it's kind of weird. I guess it's because the fortress used to be underground or something and it came out, but how did it come out and the continent still be there? I don't know.
You've come so far, but you are too late. My current body is at its limit. I need another worthy vessel to house my... If I were to take any normal human, my awesome power would tear it apart. But every few decades, there is one born in the shadow of darkness. A human capable of augmenting my powers beyond comprehension. Diluc is one such human. His dark powers were sealed as a child. Now, he possesses a foolishly naive sense of justice. But no matter. With his body, I will use the Mana Fortress to rule the world. It is time. This body is withering. I must possess my vessel.
Sorry if I keep interrupting him. It's like I can't hear, really.
Diluc, you can't let him do this. Resist him.
Body, my body cannot last. It's falling apart. Help!
I'm sorry, but man, sometimes... Earlier when it was panning across their faces during the Mana Tree scene and it got the sprite's face, I almost busted out laughing right there. And I almost maybe wish I had.
What?
Because it would have at least given some more value to this video.
Where am I?
At the expense of the game, because hey, that's what we do. Just kidding.
How good this new body feels. What power! Now the world is mine for the taking!
No! Not Diluc! You give him back right now! You can't just steal someone's body!
My dear, I can do anything I want. Behold, your beloved Diluc. Huh? I can't move.
Can you hear me? It's really me, Diluc. You must listen to me. My connection won't last for long. Thanatos is too strong, but I know how to defeat him. Thanatos was once an ancient sorcerer who sold his soul to Mavolia in exchange for eternal life. His spirit is eternal, but his body decays. When his mortal body grows weak, he must find a new host. And with each new host, his spirit grows darker as it feeds on hatred and destruction.
Silence!
This goodbye. But I have to do this. Please,
Take care of her.
Dialect, no! No, stop! You can't!
Impossible! Not when I finally cultivated the perfect vessel! I have no alternative! You must relinquish your bodies to me!
Yeah, but we don't have those dark bodies like you were talking about. So, what's the deal there? I don't know. Maybe it's better if you don't try to think about it too much. So I'm gonna try some charged attacks here. See how far we can get with this. No. Was that? That wasn't my crit, was it? Oh dear, I'm unconscious. And Sprite's dead. Whoa. I better have. I had 3 cups of wishes. Wow. Be a little more careful here, shouldn't I? Woohoo! Good time for that. Alright, let's try to see. Actually, let's just see how much my regular crits do. If I can get the right number to show. Yeah, I should probably keep an eye on my HP here. Stop charging here. You know what? It's like, I don't know which one to put on the shortcut because... Put it on the right, the R1 shortcut. I could just cast magic on him if I wanted to. Well, let me see, how many fairy walnuts do I have? I have 2. But she also has 95 HP, so... maybe it would be worth a little... Yeah, why not? Let's do it. Just alternate between magic and charged sword shot with a critical hit. Oh, stay away from him when he's doing that. There you are. Nice. Ooh. Another shot here. Oh no, not the hands, not the hands. I better get over here. Because then they're going to try to get over to me and they have to cross over him to do that. I don't want that to happen. Maybe I should get some Holy Saber on while I'm at it. Probably wouldn't hurt. In fact, it'd be a perfect time to really kind of experiment with it a little bit. Yeah, he just appears there. It's so hilarious. Oh. Whoops, he's getting petrified. Alright, wait, don't do that. Let me try this, actually. Should just do it on me instead of all of us here, but... I don't know, maybe... Whoa! Oh, crap. I didn't see how much that did, but... I have to assume it was a lot. Oh, get your head back up. I'll at least try to hit your head. It doesn't seem like he's doing that much. Yeah. Uh-oh, confused hoops. Not good. Oh, he did it on me, too. Okay, for that, you're gonna get some light magic punishment here. Yeah, it's punishment time. Nice. Do it again. I got 74 MP, I mean, what else am I gonna do? Sit on it? Straight on through to the end of the game? But to be fair, this is really the last boss that you can use magic on, so... I'll use it. Smash your head into the ground. Was that 3 damage? I mean, it counts. That's funny. In one of the GDQ runs, Final Fantasy VI, somehow somebody ended up beating a boss with a 4 damage hit, and it was like an end game boss too. But I think the reason they did it was because the boss had like 30,000 HP and they were doing 9999s to it, so they ended up doing like 29,997 damage. And then the last 4 finished it off, so, let's see. Alright, is everybody okay here? So, I'll be ready for some more crit shit. I want to take care of that. Take care of that. Do I have medicinal herbs? Yes, I do. And I also have some chocolate in here. There you go. Right as rain. Oh, wow. Did you see that hit? That was beautiful. And what is the likelihood? How many people in the world have done that? Have hit him for 666 like that? I'd love to know. Oh, well. Throw me around and defeat all monsters. Hey, wait a minute. Did I seriously beat everything in the fortress at least once? Because I feel like I kind of ran through that pretty fast. There wasn't... Huh. I don't know. I ain't complaining.
No. Tyler!
Hey. Oh no. We gotta get out, now! What's wrong?
Oh, I'm okay. Just dizzy. Forget about me. We got bigger fish to fry. We gotta run!
Well, let's go.
So that's a mana beast?
It looks like Flammy.
Well, I guess Flammy and his kind are mana beasts themselves.
Come on! We gotta hurry before that great mana beast destroys any more than it already has! Come on, bro! Do it!
I can't! I just can't hurt the mana beast. Do you understand what will happen if I destroy it? Only that beast can bring mana back to the world. Without it, mana will cease to exist. And that means... without any mana, sprites will disappear. She'll disappear.
What?
I'm right, aren't I? How can you ask me to do this?
Oh, come on. It's not like I'm gonna die or anything. My world of sprites and elementals will just be separated from this one. It means I won't see you again. Look, if we don't stop the mana beast, the world is finished, right? Don't worry about sprites. Plants, animals, people, and sprites won't stand a chance with the mana beast out there, got it? You wield the mana sword. It's your job to save the world. You can't run away from this. You promised your mother. Remember the mana tree? Don't worry. You'll be okay.
You're sure?
Duh. Weren't you listening? Let's get going.
I look constipated there. Oh well. I'm like fighting the final boss while constipated, right? Here we go.
Take up the sword. We'll cast our mana magic on it. Then the true mana sword will appear. Power of the moon! Moon energy!
The best time to cast the mana magic I found is to wait until it comes at you with right here and do it right about now.
Mana! We need mana power!
Fortunately, we don't have to see that cutscene every single time. The same is true for the original, really. So I'm going to charge it up here just to be sure. Holy crap. I'm not sure if I'm doing anything. All I see is zeros up there. Wait, I saw 96. That was me, though. Ooh, wow. Okay, hang on a minute here. Yeah, we should probably look at healing. You do actually have to keep an eye on that, no matter how powerful or unpowerful you are at this point.
Keep it coming.
Actually, I don't want to do that just yet. Okay, so wait until this. I think I'm gonna wait till a little bit later this time. Right here. So you cast the magic at just the right time. It kind of negates what he's doing. It makes you invincible. And then, ooh, that's not good. Okay, that was better. I saw 5, 4, 3 there. Let's see if we can get 2 of them in. Oh, if it hits you with a Lucent Beam, though, yeah. Oh. I got Royal Jam. I'm taking it. Can we... Oh, yeah, I got something in there. I did see it. Okay, well, this is a good time to heal again, so might as well. Try not to talk too much here because of the music and all. It's like one of the best songs in the game, and they managed not to wreck it too much. But again, it's like I said before. Mostly the reason they didn't wreck it is because they didn't change it that much. It didn't need to be changed. It is hitting me, but it's not hitting them. It doesn't matter too much because I have a little more HP than they do. Holy crap, I did a lot there. Let's see if I can get a second one in. Oh, not a second one. Wait. Nice. Okay, good. This is going way better than it did the first time. I think I'm just gonna swing for a little bit here. I was gonna swing, and then he decided to do that. I saw a 999 there. Was that me again? Crap, dude. Alright, heal up one more time here. Healing power of undies. The Mana Sword is still active, but it could run out at any point. And you really don't want that to happen while he's hanging there right in front of you. You know, vulnerable, so it's better to go ahead and re-establish it just before he comes up. So that way at least you know you're going to have it for the full time that he's vulnerable. Otherwise you're just wasting your time. So, like I said before, in a fight that took the first time, it took a half hour for me to beat this guy. It's because I was only level 51, or level 50 something. Let's see if I can get a third one. Ready. Nice! Oh, nice. That was beautiful. That went so much better than last time. And there it is, you guys. Secret of Mana, in a nutshell. Done. Dunzo like turkey dinner. And what a game, I'll tell you.
What? No! They're gone. We couldn't even say goodbye.
Not them too.
I'll never forget you. Ever.
Me neither. Or Dyla. We have to be strong, like they were. We have to survive.
The Mana Beast is turning into... No.
And roll the credits. Yep, there it is. So, oh man, I don't know what to say. You know, it's like, I mean, this is something that I had waited for, you know, for 20 years, and it didn't quite come out the way I had imagined it as a kid. As a kid, I'd always imagined it being more of like true 3D, as in like Ocarina of Time 3D, where you control the characters from behind and kind of, you know, played it out that way. And I don't know if that would have even worked. Like, can you make a game like Ocarina of Time and still have the intricate leveling system? And I don't even know why I'm calling it intricate, because compared to most of today's games, it's pretty simplistic, really. But, yeah, so, I mean, I don't know if that would have even been possible. But, you know, I'm just thankful that they made it at all. So they were able to at least bring attention back to the game and how great it is. When you think of all the voice acting that went into this, like every single line by any character or any NPC was voice acted, that must have taken some time. You know, a lot of people had to contribute to make this happen, so, you know, so far be it, you know, and I hear people say, you know, that it's pointless, it's a pointless remake, it didn't need to be made. And I get what they're coming at there, but at the same time, I just don't think I have the nerve to say something like that myself with all the work that obviously went into it. It may not be, you know, what I had envisioned, and it may not be what some people were expecting. But, in the end, it's still beautiful, and it... Well, it's like I was saying before, though. It's like, for everything that they made worse, there was something that they made better. There was the cutscenes and the ends, those were always a hoot. And there was plenty of those that we never saw in this LP, and that's fine, I'm fine with that. There was being able to walk in 360 degrees and swing a sword, it just felt really good. Being able to dash and leave your characters behind, you know, and move ahead in a dungeon and things, you know. That was always really annoying, actually, in the first game, not being able to get around because the AI didn't know what it was doing. Sometimes it got caught behind obstacles and you had to wait for them or go back and get them or switch to them and walk around manually with them. You know, I mean, I can't lie, that was original. In the original, that was pretty annoying. One other thing I noticed as I was playing the original at SGDQ was that a lot of times you would cast a spell and it just wouldn't do it. You would put in the commands to cast a spell and it just wouldn't do it. I guess because, like, it was in a certain frame of animation when you did it or something, and so it would eat the input, and you just wouldn't get your spell. It's kind of hard for me to remember now what my experience was with the remake, considering it's been like 3 months since the last time I played it. But from what I remember, it was good. It was a good remake, but if I had to choose between one or the other, I probably would just play the original, because I know how the original feels. You know, and I know, like, the exact timing, practically frame by frame, of how long monsters are invincible for, and, like, how soon you can cast your magic when you're grinding it, where you can go to cast it, what monsters to cast it on. They did keep that little moment in there where she shakes her head no and then shakes her head yes. Which, of course, I'd always interpreted as him asking her out and her saying no and then changing her mind. May it still be. I don't know if that's what they intended, but I've seen other people have different interpretations of that scene. I guess it's, you know, up to the player to decide for themselves. Yeah, but I mean, if the original had never existed and this game had just randomly come out one day, I think people would have definitely loved it more than they do with having the original to compare it to, but But there's no telling. I mean, it's so weird because basically, like, I haven't heard hide nor hair or any mention of the remake since the last time I played it. It's like it doesn't even exist now. But then, to be fair, I guess it's like the original doesn't exist either, you know? Just because people aren't talking about something doesn't mean it doesn't exist. I have to always remind myself of that, but still. So then here we are. Going through the credits of Secret of Mana. Well, it's good to finally be done with this, so, I mean... Now I just have to be done with Stardew Valley, and I won't be doing anything at all. I don't want to bring up Pokemon right now, because there's... like, this 2% part of me that wonders if I might go back and go ahead and finish Omega Ruby while I'm at it. I still don't know if I ever will. Like I said, 2%. This is a 2% part of me. The thing is, a friend of mine remade some of the designs that I lost. So part of the reason I had to stop that LP was because I lost a lot of the art and designs that I had made for the original for the little place where I showed the Pokemon and what level everything was. I keep like stopping and not talking. Here, I'm gonna grab a bag for water here. Yes, that is water. Oh my goodness, it smells good too. Or, I mean, it smells good. Did I just say that? Did I just say water smells good? Good lord. I've just been kind of rubbing a little wet rag across my face. This is getting hot in here. It's that time of year, boy, I tell you. You gotta close your doors and make do with the recording, you know? And I don't have it nearly as bad as some people do, like, holy crap. Because right now, as I'm recording this, I guess Anime Expo is going on, and it's supposed to be super hot over there right now. Don't even want to imagine. Ooh. But anyway, well, I tell you what, man. I don't even know what else to say. But yeah, as far as, you know, redoing Pokemon, I still don't know yet. I mean, I'm not going to make any promises here, but the fact that I even bring it up, I guess... But that's why I say I probably shouldn't have brought it up, you know, because I don't want to get people's hopes up if people don't want to see that. I still remember the whole reason that I started that LP was because I made a post on Facebook and I had like these 4 ideas for future LPs, and that was the one that got the most votes on Facebook. That was when Chugga lived in his old place. I remember doing that. So that was at least like 3 years ago, maybe even 4 by now. I don't even know. Oh man. Koichiro Hayashi. Teresa Castro. Anna T. Konaba. I feel like I've seen that name. Probably have seen a few of these names here and there. Kumiko, I've seen that name in Karate Kid 2. Jeez. What else is there? I just don't know. I mean, I don't know what's next here. I mean, I know eventually I'll do Spirit of Justice when Dual Destinies is done, but in the meantime... Okay, well, I do want to try the Ocarina of Time randomizer. Because a lot of people have been telling me to, like, try that out. And I guess it seems like people do love those randomizer videos, but I've never tried Ocarina of Time randomizer before. And to be honest, the idea kind of scares me because so much of... Oh, excuse me. Because so much of what's in that game seems like... useless for everything else besides, like, the one thing that you do with it. Like, you can't fight with the hammer in Ocarina of Time the way you can in Link to the Past. You probably can, but... Like, if you were in Kokiri Village and you opened the first treasure chest and you got a hammer... Like, what would you even do with that? Like, you can't use that to fight King Dodongo or something. Like, King Dodongo, you have to have bombs. And Baronade, you have to have the boomerang. The reason Link to the Past randomizer works is because... Well, actually, now that I think about it... Some bosses in that game, too, are kind of the same way, aren't they? Some of them are, but at least there's some bosses where you don't have to have one specific thing. I don't know. The thing is, I just need to go in there and try it. That's what I need to do. but I've definitely started to grow a new appreciation for Ocarina of Time that I haven't felt in a while, thanks to numerous things. I go back and forth so much with that game, though. And here I'm sitting here talking about Ocarina of Time over the Secret of Mana credits, so what's going on here? I don't even know anymore. Well, as long as I finally did finish this, at least I can say I did. So kind of put it out of my mind, or I mean, well, not put it out of my mind. Why did I even say that? Make it sound like I don't want to ever think about it again or something. I guess I did kind of wear myself out on the game, though, spending so much time playing it at SVDQ. Like, I practically did a whole playthrough just in the week I was there. So I was going to play Mother 3, but I guess I couldn't make my save files work on that. I made like a what do you call it? The save point. It's like a save state, but they call it something else. Oh, is that like a checkpoint? Something? I can't think of the word for it offhand, but yeah, you make those on the SNES Classic, but apparently I did for Mother 3 after I got it modded. And yeah, I couldn't load it back up, so I don't know if I might have done something wrong. I'm gonna take a second look. But either way, Square Enix, y'all. The one and only. Speaking of Square Enix, I have a Final Fantasy XIV subscription and I haven't played it in like 3 months. Should probably get on with maybe playing that again. Either that or cancel the subscription. I sure don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. It doesn't make sense to pay for something if you don't use it. There's just too many games out there to play these days, man. Well, are we done here? That's right, we gotta put the sword back away. How could I forget about that? I don't know what that is I'm standing next to there, but it looks like it wants to bite me. Well, guys, I guess that about does it for Secret of Mana. I'd like to go ahead and move on to something else, but sorry in advance if I seemed a little quiet or like hesitant about my commentary in this. Truth be told, I don't usually like to talk about this stuff because it's kind of personal and I don't want to like putting it out there and everything, but I don't have like any soundproofing on my door at all, and my door is the only thing separating me from what's going on out there. Yeah, even as it is, you can hear it in my voice. I'm trying to keep it down when I'm talking about this. It's not like I have to wait for specific times, you know, to sit down and record. But then, you know, I have no way of knowing how much time I have. You know, so I don't know whether to start or should I wait. But anyway, but if you've made it this far and you've actually been able to hear this explanation, then thank you. Thank you for your patience. And hopefully this works itself out in some way. So thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you next time on the next game. Take care, y'all.